Did you really find $1 million in the trunk of a car and turn it in? Did you do that? You did that for real, huh? My man. Good for you. You know Johnny Law got it though, right?
Maybe.
Well, ain't no maybe about it, Mr. Richie. You know he got it. You turned that money in, he took it, and you ain't get nothing for it, did you?
In this scene from American Gangster, we will analyze 3 powerful lessons about effective communication that you can apply in your daily life. But before we begin, if you like this video, please subscribe as we are a young channel and everything helps. So let's begin. Interrogation takes place after Lucas has been arrested. He's facing a potential life sentence, while Roberts, the honest cop who brought him down, is trying to get him to cooperate. The stakes are high and the air is thick with tension.
And you ain't get nothing for it, did you? Why you do that?
It was the right thing to do.
Oh, that's true. That's a good answer. It was the right thing to do. The question I've been asking myself is, would you do it again? I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a long time ago. Many car payments ago, many child support payments ago. So I said to myself, the only way to find out is to find out.
Denzel Washington's portrayal of Frank Lucas is nothing short of mesmerizing. In this scene, we see a man who's built an empire on the belief that everyone is corrupt. Lucas exudes confidence even in custody. He's calculating, always looking for an angle. Watch how his eyes never stop moving, assessing Roberts, looking for weakness.
Bribery, extortion, murder, racketeering.
You give me an address, I make sure the car's there, I make sure that money's in that trunk.
No thanks.
You sure? Come on now, Richie, what you think that impresses me? Huh?
Russell Crowe's Richie Roberts is the antithesis of Lucas's worldview. He's the honest cop in a sea of corruption. In this scene, Roberts is calm, methodical. He didn't take the money when he had the chance, and that his integrity is his strength here. We notice how Crowe's body language is open, his voice is steady, he is not intimidated, and he's trying to reach him.
You think that you better than them? You ain't no better than none of them other cops. In fact, you the same as them. You are them. Let me ask you this. Do you really think that putting me behind bars is gonna change anything on them streets?
Lucas's demeanor is a facade of control, masking the vulnerability of a man whose empire is crumbling. We pay attention to the subtle shifts in his facial expressions, the slight tightening around his eyes, the imperceptible clenching of his jaw. These micro-exceptions betray the internal struggle of a man trying to hold on his composure in the face of impending doom. So what can we learn from this?
Dope fiends are gonna shoot it, they're gonna steal from it, they're gonna die for it. Put me in or out ain't gonna change one thing.
And that's the way it is.
That's just the way it is. So what we got, Richie?
Number 1. The power of nonverbal communication. Denzel Washington's portrayal of Frank Lucas demonstrates how much can be conveyed without words. His subtle facial expressions, his body language, and eye movements speak volumes about the internal state and reactions to Robert's statements. This reminds us that in high-stake conversation, what's not said can be just as important as what is. So in your daily life, pay attention to your own nonverbal cues. Maintain eye contact, have an open posture, and control your facial expressions, which can significantly enhance the ability to connect with others and convey confidence.
We got me and you sitting here. You got that little snitch ass driver for my brother. You got a little bit of powder. You're gonna need more than that, Richie.
I got possession, supply, conspiracy, bribing a law officer. I got people who attest to seeing you kill in cold blood. I got your offshore bank accounts, your real estate, your businesses, all bought with money from heroin. And I got hundreds of parents of dead kids, addicts who OD'd on your product, and that's my story for the jury. That's how I make it all stick. This man murdered thousands of people, and he did it from a penthouse driving a Lincoln. Aside from that, you got nothing to worry about.
That's pretty good, but that's why we go to court, isn't it, Richie? Because I got witnesses too.
The effectiveness of calm assertiveness. Russell Crowe's Richie Roberts shows how maintaining a calm, steady demeanor can be more impactful than aggression or intimidation. His measured tone and composed body language allows him to maintain control of the conversation and gradually break down Lucas's defenses. This illustrates how emotional control can be a powerful tool in communication. So when facing challenging conversations or conflicts, practice staying calm and composed. Take deep breaths, speak slowly and clearly, and resist the urge to raise your voice. This approach can help you maintain control and credibility in various situations, in work meetings to personal disagreements.
This man murdered thousands of people, and he did it from a penthouse driving a Lincoln. Aside from that, you got nothing to worry about.
That's pretty good. But that's why we go to court, isn't it, Richie? Because I got witnesses too. I got celebrities. I got sports figures. I got Harlem, Richie. I took care of Harlem, so Harlem's gonna take care of me. You can believe that.
I got more than that, Frank.
What you got?
I got a line of people wanting to testify against you that stretches out the door and around the block. You damaged a lot of lives, Frank. I got the Mazzano crime family. Remember those boys? You put them out of business.
I ain't got nothing to do with no Mazzanos. Mazzanos ain't got nothing to do with me.
They got everything to do with you.
What they
You know
got?
why?
Why?
Because apart from the fact that they hate you personally, they hate what you represent.
I don't represent nothing but Frank Lucas.
You sure? Black businessman like you? You represent progress.
Number 3, the importance of information and preparation. Robert's ability to shift the power dynamic in the conversation comes from his thorough preparation and knowledge of Lucas's situation. This underscores how being well informed and prepared can give you a significant advantage in any communication scenario, especially in negotiations or any kind of confrontations. So before important meetings or conversations, take the time to do the research and prepare. Whether it's a job interview, a difficult conversation with a friend, or a work presentation, having key information at your fingertips will boost your confidence and effectiveness in communicating what you want to say.
The kind of progress that's going to see them lose a lot of money. With you out of the way, everything can return to normal.
My man. You know what normal is to me, Richie? I ain't seen normal since I was 6 years old. Normal is seeing the police ride up to my house, dragging my little 12-year-old cousin out and tying him to a pole, shoving a shotgun in his mouth so hard they bust his teeth, then they bust 2 shotgun shells in his head and knock his fucking head off. That's what normal is to me. I don't give a fuck about no police then. I don't give a fuck about no police now. Shit.
What's fascinating about this scene is how the power dynamic shifts. At first, Lucas seems in control. He's defiant, dismissive of Robert's attempts to get him to flip. But when we watch closely, when Robert reveals he knows about Lucas's family and other details, the camera focuses on Denzel's eyes, and you can see the moment the fear creeps in. It's subtle, but it's there. Robert's approach is a stark contrast to the typical bad cop interrogation tactics. His calm demeanor serves 2 purposes. It keeps Lucas off balance, expecting aggression that never comes, and it reinforces Robert's image as an incorruptible lawman.
You know what? You can do whatever you want to do. So it don't mean nothing to me for you to show up tomorrow morning with your head blown off. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, Frank, get in line. That one stretches around the block, too.
We learn how Crowe uses pauses and measured speech to create inevitability in his arguments.
Nothing to me for you to show up tomorrow morning with your head blown off. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, Frank, get in line. That one stretches around the block, too.
All right. What you want to do?
You know what you gotta do.
I hope you've gained some valuable insights into effective communication from this scene analysis. We have to remember that our nonverbal cues matter. Calm assertiveness is powerful, and preparation is the key. By applying these lessons in your daily life, you can become a more effective communicator. But what we really learn from this movie, which pits Lucas's cynical worldview against Robert's idealism, is that in the end, integrity triumphs over corruption. I hope you've gained some valuable insights into effective communication from this video. But we have to remember that our nonverbal cues matter. Calm assertiveness is powerful, and preparation is key. By applying these lessons in our daily life, we can become a more effective communicator. But what we really learn from this movie, which pits Lucas's cynical worldview against Robert's idealism, is that in the end, integrity almost always triumphs over corruption. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth looks at classic movie scenes. So let me know in the comments what other scenes you'd like me to analyze. So until next time.